I made friends with that guy the other day, and I literally don't remember any of that. I don't remember anything of what I do. Forever worlds are amazing, guys. Genuinely, because like you just see things that you set up for yourself in the future, and you realize how flawed your ideas were to set that up. But there it is. It's still there. It will never leave. And now I need so much quartz that I'm gonna run out of quartz in the nether. I really, really should have done a bartering farm. But no. No, we aren't smart in this forever world. We're only stupid and make pathways that we don't know how we even got to them. We just see them again some other day and think to myself, how? How this happen? Anyways, yeah, apparently today we're talking about a movie about some gay people trying to rob a bank and it doesn't really work out. Dog Day Afternoon is one of those movies that you watch and you realize how kind of impeccable it is. Like, I think it's one of my favorite heist movies. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the heist genre itself, but I do like the idea of a heist movie where the heist goes wrong basically immediately, and it's almost like a completely straight shot, which is ironic because the movie is very much about this gay fella. But Dog Day Afternoon just has a way of doing it that's just really interesting in a way. Um, and most of all, I think what I like is just how the movie it's just different, you know? It's like you wouldn't expect it to be so different, but it is. And that's a good thing. I loved how the movie just did everything pretty much. And I think that's starting by the representation. Like, yes, the main character is queer. Uh, but I also realized that, the character's not just queer. They have a lot of bunch of other drama bits for the character to deal with. And that's just cool. I didn't think it was like a bad representation situation here, and that's good. I like it when my gay films aren't like stupid for some reason. Now, where was I supposed to go from this bridge? I guess this way, maybe. I guess maybe I just intended myself to go this way. Let's go up there, bro. Not again. So apparently, this movie is based on a real bank robbery that actually happened. And I think that does kind of make it more interesting as a film, as a whole. Just the fact that the movie is based on a real life event. And it's true that a lot of the things that actually got to the movie were changed, like, creative licenses and stuff. It's just based on the real life story. It's not like an adaptation or documentation of what actually happened. It's more so just meant to be like adapting the story because it made a lot of headlines. And I like how the movie takes its own liberties about that. It's not taking itself too seriously on being like a documentary or a specific, like, tried and true retelling of what actually happened, but actually just a movie with pros and actual stuff. And how am I at the start here? Oh my god, this nether is incredible. All roads lead to the end of my nether. How? What sort of wonderful magic am I doing? Let's go this way today. So I guess I should point out that, yeah, because the movie's not too realistic, they get to do cool things instead. And I like that they get to do those cool things. Most of all, it's a movie where the outcome is kind of expected, but like on purpose. They want you to expect the outcome as the viewer, so you don't want to see it in a way. Like at some point in the movie, you kind of understand what's been happening, and you think to yourself, yeah. So, yeah, kind of mild spoilers, but who cares? The guy's gonna get caught. Like, the movie literally starts with the guy getting caught 5 or 6 minutes into the heist. And he's like, okay, cool. So he starts having to make demands of the cops and whatnot. And you see the people in the, like, bank sort of start getting Stockholm syndrome with the protagonist, because he's really not that bad. It's not an evil person robbing a bank. It's like a person who needed to robbing a bank, needed to. In Aster it's revealed later why he robbed the bank, and I don't want to spoil that. So, but yeah, the heist goes wrong almost immediately, and that's kind of like one of the most interesting bits about the movie. The fact that you are not actually seeing a heist, but you're actually seeing like the police try to solve like a case that would be pretty open and shut in the worst way possible. It just makes it more interesting. But also, the like portrayal of the criminal itself is just good. The fact that this is a queer criminal does make it a bit of an unusual story in real life. And so the movie kind of like tried to get some of that again. And I think that's cool. How they tried to like adapt the story properly, or as properly as they could, while retaining all the weirdness that happened. It is weird that the bank robber was queer, and that the like robbery was all about that. So I don't know. It turned out to be just an incredibly fun, like great movie. I was very entertained by it, and after a lot of time trying to watch a movie that actually kept me like engaged, yeah, I was pretty happy with what I watched in ways that I haven't been in some time when it comes to movies. So that's very good. And it's also the last queer month movie that I watched. So, you know, mostly benefits. I guess if I have any thoughts about the movie, it's just like, yeah, it's not that deep as a film. And that's a good thing. Again, I think part of what I enjoyed so much about the movie is just it's not the deepest thing in the planet, but it's still very, very interesting. Oh, and I think the ending is kind of glorious. Definitely one of the most iconic endings. Dude, if there's one thing that this film did so well, is the acting. Holy, the acting on this movie is it's just a whole other level, man. I really like the way everything is performed. So big props to anyone working on the movie, like actors and whatnot, because they did a banger job. And that's pretty much it. It's not a movie with which I have deep thoughts of. I still would call it like an A or an S rank, just because. Yep, well written, well played, well done. Not a movie I love, but yes, a good movie. So what more can you ask for? That's pretty much it. So yeah.